Good morning and welcome back to another episode of Daddy Diaries, sponsored by Litto Gala, the crappiest cells in the market. It is the first meteorological day of autumn. Summer is gone. And as if things couldn't get any worse, we're dead in the water again this morning. The battery state of charge is extremely low. Cell deviation is probably the worst I've ever seen. It's 20 past 7. There's not enough solar coming in to keep the inverter alive. Very, very quick. Look at that. 700 millivolts of deviation. Cell 14 again. I've been through the pack and I've torque checked everything. Every electrical connection is tight as a duck's arse. There's nothing loose. There's nothing getting hot. So number 14 seems to be in serious trouble and has been the repeat offender for the last couple of days. So I think it might be a good idea to get my... Is it a good idea to get my little power supply and try and get a little bit of charge into it? I don't know, but I am also admitting defeat and conceding to the fact that the Daddy BMS does indeed need a supplementary active balancer. Of what variety and size is yet to be determined. So yeah, going well. And that's it, quit and cut out probably. The inverter won't be long far behind it. You've got to keep poking the Bluetooth button to wake it back up again. And you get 30 seconds maybe. So yeah, minimum voltage disconnect 2.5. It is right down fucked low. And then I've got cell 12 sat at 3.2. There you go, MOSFET's off. No, don't like you, go away. Come back another day. Right, I'm gonna go and do some shopping for an active balancer. Cheap as possible. That's the name of the game. I don't do expensive. Can't afford to. Alright, that's the inverter quit. So she's in a bit of a stalemate now. We're waiting for the sun. It's looking promising out there though, so it's not too bad. Foggy, misty patches and really crisp and chilly. So it might be right. Might be able to squeeze a little bit into her. Onwards and upwards. Oh hey, check this out. The Daddy is doing something I did not expect, and I didn't think it did. That I thought was quite glitchy. Now I've been dead in the water for a wee while now, where I've kept on poking the Bluetooth button to wake the BMS back up, and it shuts off and goes nah. Now the discharge MOSFET's come back on. I was just stood here and it connected itself to the inverter, so I jumped on the app quick, and it was just the charging MOSFET that was on. I hope you caught that in the very sort of first few seconds of this video. And now the discharging MOSFET has come on. So yeah, and the minimum voltage has crept up slightly. It's creeping up slightly. So there's a little bit of voltage trickling in. But as you can see, there's nothing being counted because it's just not within its tolerance range to count it. So thankfully, the old Dally did something I did not expect. I did not expect the charging MOSFET to turn itself on all on its own. I was just stood here smoking my cigarette and drinking my coffee, which is far too hot. And it woke up and I was like, oh bloody hell, quick, screen record and go on the app. And then, so it was just that minute it needed where the charging MOSFET was on to get something into the lowest cell, to stop a low cell cut off. And then, probably once it's met a certain parameter, the discharging MOSFET turned on all on its own. So that's quite cool. That's quite cool. The old Dally, I've got faith in you yet. Right, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed we can get some good juice in her. Sigh of relief. Hello again. It's 10:06 p.m. That's going to be about all she wrote for the day. I doubt there's much left in the sky. It's been a really claggy, grey day. Typical. It knows it's the first day of autumn, just like a switch has been thrown. The actual house did all right. The grid tie, all the big grid tied stuff did all right, but my battery and the old panels didn't fare so good. The Gumtree Special still pumped out quite a lot of energy today. Well, say about 10 kilowatt hours out of that, rough maths, looking at the meter. I'm not going to get much more of a charge into the batteries. I've not run any load today. I've literally just had a little bit trickling in all day, but at least I've actually got some power into the thing, and the voltages are up, and the voltages are nice and stable, and it's quite chill. So once it gets dark, I shall turn it off, put it to bed, and then shortly after that, I'll have a smoke and put myself to bed and see what happens in the morning. I'm still quite interested to see if there's any self-consumption going on overnight, with no loads turned on and the inverter turned off. So I'll take a screenshot or a mental note of the state of charge percentage on the old gasometer. 43.4 at the moment. Yeah, I doubt very much it'll get up to 50. Thanks very much for putting up with my waffle. Look after yourselves. Thanks very much. Bye bye.